Hi guys, my name is Tavia. I am a bakery owner, baking instructor, and today I'm going to show you how to make my German Vanillekipferl, which is a traditional German recipe you will find in every bakery in Germany or German household for Christmas time. You're going to start off with some ground up pistachios. You can also use almond or hazelnut, flour, and then cold butter. That's important that you use cold butter. You're going to use a pinch of salt and then sugar. Now, keep in mind a traditional recipe is you are using ground up almonds or hazelnut. However, pistachio is just as delicious and I didn't have anything else in the house right now. You're going to add all of your ingredients to a mixing bowl and it's just that simple. Add all the ingredients and just keep in mind, when you are doing different nuts, it's a different flavor profile, but all just work just as well. And these are super, super delicious. You're going to add your cold butter. And then I like to start off by using a dough hook. And then I like to just kind of start mixing it, that it comes together. This with a dough hook doesn't fully come together, but that's typically how I start off. You can also just use the paddle attachment and start off that way. But I like to switch halfway. So now I use my paddle attachment and then I'm just going to mix it until it comes together. Now, of course, you can do this by hand. That's totally up to you. Now, you don't want to overmix it because then it becomes too soft. If you do overmix it, don't worry about it because what you can do is you can just chill your dough in the refrigerator and then use it when it's cold enough. Now, something to also keep in mind is that this recipe does not have any egg in it, so it does fall apart a little bit more easily in the beginning. So what I like to do is I like to just kind of take a little bit of the dough and then I really like to squeeze it like this. And then I like to shape it. So the way you shape it is you just take a little bit and you kind of turn it into kind of like this little log. And I like to keep it thicker in the middle. And then I like to shape it into a crescent. And that's what you're going to do. So just keep in mind to kind of squeeze it to get all these air bubbles out in the middle. And then shape it, rolling it just like this. Now, traditionally, the most traditional recipe is with the almonds or the hazelnut. Another tip that I can give you is that you could also toast your nuts beforehand, which just give it that extra flavor. Sometimes what I like to do is when I do have the pistachio, I do in the end like to also dip some sides into white chocolate, which is really nice. But traditionally, it's just the almonds or the hazelnut, and then you put powdered sugar on top, and that's it. So you're going to shape all of your crescents, and one dough recipe makes about 1.5 pounds of this cookie. So keep that in mind. So you're going to take all of them, shape them, and then the next part is you're going to put it onto your baking tray. You do want to leave a little bit of space in between the cookies because they do spread a little bit. Now, typically what I like to do is I also like to chill them ahead of time. So you're going to turn on your oven to 350. And then you're going to put it into the oven and bake it for about 15 to 17 minutes, depending on your oven. Now, when you do pull it out, you can see I kind of like squished it in a little bit there. It is very soft still, but you still pull it out because it does harden over time. Now I like to let it cool. And then also what I wanted to show you is you can see there's some cracks right there. This is because I did not chill it enough. So typically what I like to do is I like to shape them and then put them in the freezer and pull them out the day I need to bake them to have them really cold. But it's okay because we're just going to put the sugar and powdered sugar and you won't even be able to tell. Now you're going to let it cool a little bit, but not all the way because you want it to be still a little bit warm. You're going to add some sugar on a plate, and then the next thing what you're going to do is you're going to also use some vanilla sugar, which is a very common German ingredient. You can find it on Amazon. I'll post a link below, or you can buy it from One Stop German Shop, and I can give you a 15% discount code for that as well, which is all below. So then you're going to take your slightly cool cookies and you're going to just dip them into the sugar mixture and put them on a tray. And you do want to be very careful because remember, there's no egg in there, and so they do break very easily. So be very gentle with it. Now, of course, you can wait to cool it, but I think it sticks better when it's not fully cool, when it's not fully cold yet. And then at the end, once it's completely cold, you're going to add some powdered sugar, and there you have your delicious Vanillekipferl. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below if you made them, if you have any questions. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.